Bam, we're live. Oh, shit. You can't believe how I started on time, can you, Caleb? I saw you pop in right when I hit go live. Rambler, good morning. Oh, shit. Take two. Rambler, good evening. Grey Ghost, hey. Lydia, hey. Lydia. Saber, what's up, dude? Didn't you say you offered me something? What did you offer me? Barry McCockner, what's up, buddy? Jeffrey Birchfield. Jeffrey, I thought about doing it today. I want you to know. I got on the assault bike and I thought. Hi, Caleb. I thought about doing it.
Doing what?
But I didn't. There's this workout Hiller assigned to me and Jeffrey. It's 30 calories on the assault bike, 2-minute rest, 24 calories on the assault bike. What could go wrong?
Too easy, right?
Too easy. Todd Tucker, hello. Ken Walters, hello. Who else? Sarah Cooper, hey. Alex Gazan, hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Awesome. Jay Hartle, hi. Long time no see, Alex.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Dick's Enormous. Good to see you. Good evening. Excuse me. Sorry for that, Alex.
All good.
It's not my fault that the guy's name is Dick's Enormous. Sevan, the Mono Anganese podcast was insane. Never would have thought twice about her, and now she's one of my favorites. Cool. Well, can you just wait till Alex is gone before we praise her?
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, fine. Alex is cool with it. Fuck it. Mr. Watkins, bang, bang, bang. Hi. Dude, I feel like I just saw you, Alex.
Yeah, I guess we were on, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Show killed. So before you came on today, I was digging through YouTube videos, like just looking to see if there was anything new with you so I could catch up. And I saw our last show, Murdered.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you're getting really popular. You're a good draw.
Thanks.
You're a good draw. What are you wearing? What are you just cooking? Is that an apron? What are you wearing?
No,
what is that?
It's like a sports bra.
You went back to the 60s and got something?
To be honest, I just chose the most comfortable thing I could find. I did not want to put on a shirt or like a sports bra that would take effort. So here we are.
Listen, don't. This is a judgment-free zone. Come however you want, shirtless or whatever. People come do just you're free.
Honestly, like when Jake's home, I need help like undressing. Like my sports bra is like it's such effort. So when I'm home alone, it's like easy peasy.
Yeah, good for you. Good on you.
Yeah.
Can your neighbors see into your house?
No.
Can you walk in? Do you have a backyard?
We live on the same property as Jake's parents, so we have like there's like there's not really a yard. It's Vegas. There's dirt.
Right. But if you walk back there naked, a neighbor could see you.
Yeah, we live across the street from the church, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you can do anything at a church these days. Thank you, Zach. Sevan's been on a pretty good interview streak. Yeah, but everyone's so easy. I've been getting lucky. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I'm doing a podcast.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should turn my phone on Do Not Disturb, huh?
Or just answer calls and let us. I mean, I like the realism of the show. If someone were to
Could they hear the call if I answered it?
No, that's right, because you're on your phone. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, could you turn your phone this way?
Like that?
Oh, awesome. Yeah. That way people could see.
That actually makes my life easier too.
Well, Caleb, that's the kind of shit you should be enforcing. So like I can be the good cop. You should be like, hey, can you turn your phone sideways? And I'll be like, fuck, Caleb's a dick.
I don't like being the mean guy.
Yeah. Someone has to, please. Thank you. Hey, Caleb, there's only one, I know, fuck. There's only one link. It's on her Instagram account. She's doing a rope climb. Thank you. Sorry. Caleb, he knew. I was going to be like, Caleb, can you pull this up? But I didn't send him shit. Hey, we had Hinshaw on.
Yeah, I watched.
How was that? Hey, tell me the story in all the juicy details when he told you like, dang girl, you got big old lungs.
So I went to Power Monkey Camp right before semifinals, and honestly, like this is such a God thing, like so cool. I was there as an athlete, so I wasn't technically like on staff. Like I was like half participating, like half kind of just like being there. And there was a staff meeting, the night before camp started. And so I was just there, but like I wasn't really on staff, so I wasn't really paying attention. And all of a sudden I just hear like Dave Newman be like, I volunteer Alex Gazan. And I was like, sure. Like, what do you want me to do?
Dave Newman's the jump rope guy, right? He owns like RX ropes or something.
Yeah, he's awesome. But I wasn't really paying attention to what they were talking about. I was just like stretching in the back. And I was like, sure, like, what am I doing? And he was like, the VO2 max test tomorrow. And I was like, oh shit, like, okay. And I was totally fine to like do it. Like I thought it'd be cool. But then I found out it was like at 8 p.m. like the following night. So it was going to be like really late. Obviously like semifinals are coming up, like sleep's important. I was kind of like, man, like Dave, like I'll still do it. But like, if there's anyone else that wants to, like, I'd prefer that. He's like, you should do it. Like, it'll be fun. Everyone will love it. So I did it. And I didn't really realize like that Chris was going to be such a huge resource there. So he was like, once you get your results, like come talk to me. And he's like, and don't tell anyone. I was like, okay, like whoop-de-doo. Like, I don't know what the fuck this means. Like, I don't care. And so I got my results. Like I said.
Wait, how hard was the test? Tell me about the test. Was it hard? Did it put you in the pain cave?
It only hurts for a little bit, but like you can only hold the pace so long. So like for me, I stopped because I could no longer hold like the pace. Like I could have kept suffering, but like I fell off the pace I was supposed to hold. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was going to start hurting quick.
No, it doesn't hurt for a while because like you walk. So like you walk for a couple minutes and then you're like jogging for a couple minutes and then your pace like slowly increases. So you're just like, okay, I just have to run for 30 seconds. And then it's like, okay, I just have to go a little faster for 30 seconds. So I feel like it goes by pretty fast.
Oh, okay. So basically 30 seconds is the longest you have to sustain anything.
Well, you're continuously running, but like mentally, like you're like, okay, just like do this for 30 seconds. And they're like, okay, go faster. And then you do 30 seconds of that pace. So you're still, it doesn't really get hard until you're like almost done essentially.
6 miles per hour at a 22% grade.
So we did it on the assault runner. So we didn't do incline. We just did an increasing pace on the runner.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I get my results. Like I said, you could have told me that I was shit or good. Like, I don't know what the fuck any of those numbers mean. And so, but I like went to Chris. I was like, hey, like I have the numbers if you want to go through them. And he like has his little glasses and he's like a complete nerd, right? Like he's so smart with all this stuff. And so he like looks at the number, looks at me, like looks at the number and he's like, this is really good. And I was like, okay, like, thanks. He like looks at the number, looks at me. He's like, no, like this is really good. And I was like, okay, like again, like I have no context of what's good. Like, I don't know what this means. I don't understand. And he kind of like essentially was like, this just shows like you have a lot of potential. He didn't tell me how good it was like right away. Like he didn't tell me that it was like as high or like relative to other people that it was so high. So I just knew he said I had a good VO2 max. And then we like talked about it and he was like, this is what you should do in your training. Like, this is how it should look. And it was kind of like, I was like, man, like it'd be really cool to work with Chris. But like, I didn't reach out to him right then because obviously like Justin kind of had a template in place and I didn't want to like step on toes. But then Justin ran into Chris in Berlin during the European semifinal and they were chatting. And when he came back, he was like, man, like Chris spoke really highly of you. And did you like have a good vibe with him? And it kind of just like all fell into place. So we started working together.
I like how you skirted over the numbers. The numbers were crazy good. Like some of the best numbers, if not the best numbers he's ever seen from someone who's a female with your chromosomes, a baby carrier.
Yeah.
Crazy. And you know what's cool is even if that, I mean, I'm sure it is true, but even if it's not true, how cool is it that, like, it almost seems like it'd be a cool thing to tell an athlete just to like give him a mental edge.
Oh yeah. I mean, trust me, for
you know
like
what I mean?
a solid, like few weeks after, like he said it was like the highest or whatever. I was like, man, was it a fluke? Like, was my mask on wrong? Like you're going through all the things.
That, and that, because that's how good it was, right? It's off the chart.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, Cray. And did he use the word potential? Because when he was explaining it to me, that's kind of how I did no clue what he was saying, but I was like, I interpreted it to like, okay, this number just means how much potential she has.
Yeah, essentially, because like your VO2 max is your like ability to process, as far as I understand, right, is like your ability to process oxygen and like use it as you're working out. And everyone has like a VO2 max, and essentially like you can train up to your potential. It's honestly, it's so complicated for me. I'm not educated in all this stuff, but yeah, it's like your potential. And he essentially said, like, if you train it right and you like use the numbers, you're training really smart. Like instead of just running 5 miles straight and like trying really hard, you actually have like heart rate things to go off of. You have paces to go off of to then like maximize the training. So you're getting everything you possibly could out of it.
I'm pumped for you. What a great way. Hey, do you feel that your growth from last year is do you feel like you've grown from last year?
1000% for sure.
Because there's got to be a place where people start to get so good where it's just like, man, am I improving, right?
Yeah. No, I feel like there's been a lot of growth. Like for me, the biggest thing that I've noticed as of lately is I used to be really dependent upon the programming to do well, whether that's in training or to competition. Like I really I'd be like let down or excited based on the programming. And I can tell like I'm not afraid of a lot of things that I used to be afraid of. And I'm like able to do well on things that I used to like just essentially cower to. And that's a really cool feeling.
Yeah, you I think it was I was watching a Talking Elite Fitness podcast you were on, and you said something about basically you alluded to the fact, if I understood, that it was the CrossFit-y stuff that you weren't the best at, and it was the other stuff. And now what I'm hearing you say already is like, I'm not so afraid of if Fran pops up or if Grace pops up or if Helen pops up. I'll tackle that sucker.
Yeah, like to give you an example, like in training, like with Scuds and Elena and those guys, like on Mondays, like our first day of the week, usually the Metcon was very classic CrossFit. So like chest to bar, toes to bar, burpees, a light barbell, usually like a 7 to 15 minute range. Nothing really heavy, nothing really technical. And honestly, like I would get my ass kicked like almost every time. And I like would never look at the workout and be like, I'm going for this. Like I'm going to attack this. Like I'd kind of just be like, well, like this is my day of the week to not do well, like whatever. And that's really like shifted. And like this week we've done a lot of workouts with like a lighter barbell and gymnastics, and like my mindset's just different, which is cool.
When you saw Helen pop up, how'd you feel about it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping it's not just going to be straight up Helen. Like it's fine if it is, but I think it has the potential to be really cool and exciting if they beef it up a little bit.
Hiller had a pretty good, Hiller said it's going to go towards Fat Helen. A couple extra rounds and a weight vest. And I thought that was a pretty good, I liked his assessment. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, let's not fuck this thing up and make it too tricky or change too much. Let's have, I think basically he was saying, let's have a set of balls and keep the kettlebells in there and judge them properly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not avoid kettlebell swings just because they're hard to judge.
Yeah.
And when you say beef it up a little bit, what are you thinking?
I mean,
heavier kettlebell or?
Yeah, like honestly, anything to make it a little more complex. Someone had commented, I really liked it. I mean, and this is just like biased because it's stuff I like. But they had commented 3 rounds, 4. I don't remember what the run was. I assume just a regular 400-meter run. And then kettlebell clean and jerks instead of a swing. And then muscle ups. But then they like the caveat was like, if you break a muscle up, you have a penalty lap. So of course that's like not Helen anymore, right? Like it's a completely different workout. But I really liked it. I don't know what they'll do. Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Audrey, she is going to crush it, Jake. I can't wait for John Young to eat his words. Alex is overrated. He is overrated. Ouch.
Did he say that?
No, of course not. No way. No, he did not say that. Don't. I was like, I'll cry. He didn't know your VO2 max. He didn't know.
That's okay.
So Kotler went to Europe. Does that bug you when your coach goes to Europe? Or are you like, dude, what are you doing? Stay here. Stay close.
No, of
What if
course.
he died? What if he died in a plane accident, or he got arrested in Europe and couldn't come back in time for the game or some shit?
I'd be devastated, but he was
Yeah.
there. He was there on business. He had things to do, and like I'm not his only athlete. Like he has other things that he has to, he has to be there for, and I totally understand that. And like what makes him such a good coach is his dedication to what he does, and that's okay. Like when I first started working with him, I was not his priority, and he'll tell you that. Like he had Danielle and Bethany and Carrie, and like I don't want to say like I paid my dues, but like I kind of sat back and I was okay with not being his full front of attention, and I'm still okay with that. Like I love all the extra attention I'm getting, and of course like I love like how our relationship has developed, but like he's your coach. He's not like you don't need them there 24/7, right? Like you have to have some sort of independence about it.
Shit, I don't know. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I was also thinking that you're the better you get, the more influence you will have. And eventually you could be like, I don't think it's going to be called Underdogs Athletics anymore. It's going to be called the Gazan Athletics. No, okay.
No, I like the Underdogs, like the theme of it, because like a lot of people, because CrossFit, the way they like media things and the way they show like two people and that's it, and everyone else like is kind of an underdog regardless of their accomplishments. So I like it. I like the underdog mentality.
Yeah, I think of you still as an underdog. I think of you as kind of still as a atypical in personality and just your whole age, your being, how you know what I mean? You're like, you're not an outsider for sure. You know what I mean? But you're different.
Yeah, I agree.
There's something a little different about you. Not like you have fucking Down syndrome different, but like just a little different.
Oh,
God, I'm backing out of this. Okay.
That's okay.
Hey, let's say let's talk about supplements for a second. Let's say is Jake allowed to use your supplements? Like do you have a bunch of Swolverine stuff, and then is he allowed to use it, or does he have his own stuff?
I mean, he can use whatever he wants. I don't care.
You don't care?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
what if there was only like one scoop of what if you went to your pre-workout and you saw him drinking some and you opened it and the thing was empty?
If I needed it, I'd be disappointed. But like,
would he do that? Would he do that, or is he more thoughtful than that?
Oh, this man leaves empty boxes of food in the pantry or the freezer. Like he'll like take like say there's cereal. He'll like put the empty box with like 2 crumbs of cereal like back in the thing. So I'll go to like pour cereal and it's empty, and I'm like, I wouldn't care if I knew it was empty, but if I anticipate that I'm gonna have a bowl of cereal, then I'm upset.
Yeah. So it's not even like, there's a small bowl in there. It's like there's no bowl.
Oh no, it'd be like 3 little. Say it's like cornflakes, like 3 little cornflakes.
Look, Jake, she would kill me if I drank her shake. Okay, that I also understand. So if your shake's already made and he were to come by and take a sip, you're like, hey, dude, this is like portioned out for me.
I used to be really bad about it. Like I had a bit of a bad relationship with like counting macros and food, and at that point in time, like I would cry if he took something, because I'd be like, I have no clue how many calories or whatever that was. He can comment again. I think I've chilled out quite a bit in that regard.
My wife, no matter what I'm eating or drinking or anything, like if I just crack something, she'll come over and take a sip.
Yeah, like I said, like now that
I can't stand it.
Now that I'm not super strict, like I don't mind as much like sharing or giving a bite here and there. If I'm hungry though, or like if I'm like starving and like I want all the calories, then I'm upset.
Yeah. Don't touch that.
Yeah.
In your Instagram, you did a weighted rope climb. Whose idea was that?
We got the inspo from Laura's video. She had like a really cool video of her.
Laura Horvat?
Yeah, we saw her like doing one. I was like, that's cool. Like we've never really tried to like do a heavy rope climb. So yeah, I followed suit just to give it a try.
Why? That makes me nervous with the weight under you like that in case you fell. Why not like a weight vest?
I've done one in a weight vest. There's just not enough weight in the weight vest to get as heavy as I wanted to go.
How much is that?
30 pounds.
Dang. Crazy. And when you get down here, you look at someone. Who are you looking at? And you give them a smile.
I think that Justin, give him a little
Yeah.
wink.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the first time you've ever done that right there on film?
Yeah.
And at any time when you were going up, did you think, this is going to be, I'm not going to make it?
No, I mean, it was definitely like heavy. I thought the way down was a little more scary. But I wasn't worried about failing.
Tank Reeves, with 5 pounds more than Laura, shots fired.
That was not the intention to like stir the pot with Laura. I do not want to do that.
Laura will be putting out 35 pounds tomorrow. Hey, could you? Oh, wow. Look at, go Laura. Dang.
Yeah,
I wonder if now that she sees this, if she regrets putting it on film because now you did it.
I don't know. I mean, that looked like really like good. I'm sure she could do more. Like, I don't know. I think everyone has their own
But she's
perspective.
inspiring people, right? It's kind of like sharing
Yeah.
some of her training.
Yeah, it's not a competition, right? Like, obviously you want to be like, oh, like I want to see if I can do that. But who knows? Maybe she could have done 50 pounds or like maybe I could have done 50 pounds. Like, you're just getting ideas off of each other and like having fun with it.
You think you could have done that last year
What, a weighted rope climb?
with 30 pounds?
I mean, I've obviously improved, so probably not as much, but I could have probably gone heavy. Like, I've been pretty good at rope climbs for a while.
Crazy. What have you improved in the most from last year?
I think just overall fitness, like just, yeah, like being fitter, like learning to hurt for longer. And like I mentioned earlier, like the simple stuff, just like trusting it.
So everywhere, back squat, front squat, pull-ups, endurance, handstand, technical stuff, jump rope, you're just better everywhere.
Yeah, I'd say like all around I've gotten better. Obviously, like I've been strong. Like I've always kind of been a stronger athlete. So like I wouldn't say that's been like the leaps and bounds improvement. Like that's kind of stayed mostly the same, like a little bit stronger, more consistent, I would say, in the strength thing. Like whereas like last year, like building to 240 or 250 of a clean and jerk would be like a really heavy day. I feel like now like I can hit that weekly. But as far as like just better, I feel like just fitness, like my lungs.
You won the semifinal in the West, but you also had a really low moment there. Was that your lowest moment in your CrossFit Games competition history?
That's a hard question I like to reflect on just because I'm not sure. I think that was probably the most like intense because there was like something really cool on the line. Like it's a really cool thing to be able to like win a semifinal. And going into the sixth or that event, I was sitting in a pretty good spot and I like knew that Sunday would be really good for me. So to kind of like think I gave it all away and like that opportunity was going to be gone, like that was really devastating. And especially like I think the hardest part is when you don't perform to your capabilities. Like it's one thing if you're just not fit and you need to be better, because you can't like whatever, like you just have to train and then next year, next event, you'll do better. But I knew that I could have snatched more than that. And so it was just really disappointing. But then like it made a really good opportunity to put my big girl pants on and like I just had to fight on Sunday.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. So the question was, the first question was, where have you grown the most?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the place you have grown the most is between your ears, because it's kind of crazy that you could conceivably have gone from the lowest point in your CrossFit Games competition history to your highest in the same competition, thus kind of giving you a new baseline for confidence.
Totally. And I think too, like things being worse or like crappy moment is all relative to like the size of the competition or what that competition means. Because like my very first semifinal regionals type event was West Coast Classic in 2021. And like, I think there was like I don't know what year it was, but there was a repeat of a snatch ladder, and it was 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 squat snatches. And at that point in time, my squat snatch was awful, like so inconsistent, so bad. And I didn't clear, like I was almost dead last. Like, and I was really bummed, but like in the scheme of things, I was just really happy to be there. So like it felt like a big deal, but it wasn't. Whereas like at this year's snatch event, I expected to do well. I wanted to do well. So it like stings more. It's just weird. Like, I think it's all relative to your expectations.
Yeah. But this year you did think for a minute that maybe you weren't going to the games, right? After you shit the bed on that workout, you were like,
I knew I would fight for a game spot. Like, I knew that like I would still be able to like eventually claw my way there. But like I had gone into before that event being like, awesome, like I just need to execute and I'm not going to need to stress, like I'm going to make it back to the games. And then we didn't see the scoreboard right after, so like I essentially thought like I was probably close to dead last in that event, and I didn't know where I placed in the run snatch like afterwards. I knew, and I didn't, like, I think I was in kind of a frenzy, so I didn't execute that one either to my best of abilities. I was just like, oh fuck, I just really like messed up.
43rd, man. 43rd. That's crazy.
Yeah. So when we got back like to the warm-up area, Justin was like, yeah, like you just gave up, essentially you like gave up a whole event. So we figured I'd be like sitting towards like 8th or 9th overall, which still would have been in a qualifying position. But it was more like now than tomorrow. You have to be perfect tomorrow because you can't like lose a spot. But of course we were a little premature. Like I only fell to 3rd. So.
And then you end up taking 11th, a 1st, and a 3rd.
Yeah, but it's kind of like
mattered.
Yeah, I mean, like it was a really cool experience, and I think what's really cool for me to like confidence-wise to look at it is like had I executed even a little better, right? Like even if I didn't hit my full potential, but I hit like a little less shitty, like,
yeah,
then my first place wouldn't have been like by the skin of my teeth. It would have been like actually like more dominant, which is cool. It's a cool confidence booster.
Yeah, and it's an incredible experience because you learn that, hey, I'm not only am I never out, but I can I can actually still win.
Totally. And like the games is like a bigger version of that, right? Like there's 15 tests, and like Pat Vellner is a great example. Like he always has a event or two where he's bottom of the pack, and then he just like fights his way back to top 5 spots, you know?
There was a comment in here. Where is it? Oh, German Nunez. She's hotter too. Oh, from last year. Okay. There you go. Some insight from our viewers. I was going to say hi to Alex, but I saw her right after that event.
Sorry. Yeah, I was like fighting back tears. I just was like hustling to the warm-up area.
Interesting. Dan Guerrero, what went wrong? You run too fast? So, yeah, what went wrong on the 165?
I mean, you know, like snatches are such a technical lift, and something I've really struggled with in the past. And I think that my consistency with them has been very hit or miss for a long time. And my warm-up just felt really weird. I was kind of dealing with like a little bit of a annoyed shoulder, and I think there was just like, it was one of those things where I missed, and then instead of like really like honing in on a cue or like, okay, this is what works for me in the past, like when I start to miss, like I just got really frantic and just kept like picking up the bar and hoping that something would change, even though I didn't make a deliberate mindset change. And so I just bombed it. Like it was on me. I just had a shitty snatch day, and I didn't do well.
Yeah, just a shitty snatch day. Hey, when do you go to Madison?
I leave on the, let's see, I'm looking at the calendar. I think this is the 29th, so a little less than 2 weeks.
And when does some of the other athletes I'm talking to or I've been talking to are saying that like right now is like it's a bad spot. Like the training is like really, really hard right now. Is that where you're at too?
Yeah, I would say like this last weekend was probably one of the most like exhausting weekends I've had in a while. It's been hard, but like Justin's actually it's been really cool. Like we've had like have a really hard intense day where we're like testing things, or like where the mental stress is high, like you're like putting pressure on yourself, and then the next day will be like high intensity, but there's no like CNS, like, oh, I'm comparing myself to last year, I'm comparing myself to someone else. So it's kind of like one day is like, okay, like you're in the weeds, and then the next day is like, okay, you're working hard, but there's no stress to it.
Justin Kotler chimes in. It was more important for her maturation process to win that way. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like it's stretched out your ability to see what's possible.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like you saw, okay, I can't actually snatch 200 pounds. But for this, it's like, hey, I'm fucking great. I can overcome just a bad moment.
Yeah, like I mean, it just like goes to show you like you can't. If I had finished that event and then dwelled on it for a long time, like that would have made me really emotionally exhausted going into Sunday, and like you kind of just have to learn to let it go, and like that was a good reminder that you can let it go, and it doesn't have to mean the whole weekend's ruined.
And so you show up there Saturday. Will any of the girls be playing head games?
At the games?
Yeah, registration back there.
I hope not.
I mean, I think so.
I think last year and this year are going to be two completely different experiences. Last year I was a rookie, and I don't think anyone really cared to think twice about me, you know? Like I don't want to say they just like whatever, but like I wasn't threatening like any top 10 places. Like I wasn't competitive. Like I was like in middle of the field, right? Whereas like this year, like I want a top 10 spot, and I'm like, I'll probably be seated based off semifinals, like in one of the top heats. And like, so I'm sure that corral will look very different than it did last year. And, yeah, I'm definitely nervous about it. Like I'm a happy-go-lucky. I like to talk in the back. I like to kind of joke around before we go on the floor. And I anticipate that in those upper heats, not everyone is going to be like that. And so it's just going to be a different experience.
You'll fly in on Saturday, and you'll fly in with your husband, Jake?
Yeah, he's coming.
And just the two of you will go there? Or the whole team goes together?
Justin gets in, I think the same day or close. I can't remember. But we're all kind of traveling separately. He's going to Ashley's family for a little bit beforehand, so he's going to leave Vegas earlier, and then we'll get there. It's kind of like everyone's getting in about the same time, but we're not all traveling together.
Do you sense Justin getting? Do you sense Justin getting nervous at all, or do you sense any nervousness now in the pack, in the underdogs athletics pack? Like the hype is building.
I mean, I haven't sensed like nervousness from him at all. Like, there's definitely like
excitement.
Yeah, excitement for sure. And like, I'll give you an example. Like Sunday, I was like super fucking tired. Like it was a really big weekend, and we retested a workout that afternoon. And I think when you're retesting a workout, like there's more pressure, right? You want to do well, you want to improve on your prior times. Like you want to do well relative to the field. And I was really tired. I started my period that day. Like I wasn't in a bad mood. Like I was still happy, but I was just so exhausted, and the setup was taking a while. And anyway, like he could just tell like something was off, but like because it's kind of prime time, like, and he's in that headspace, like he was like, hey, like I know you're tired, but like essentially go to the bathroom, like get your shit together, come out and like attack the workout. And he's like, that's what Laura's doing, that's what Gabby's doing. Like there's just been a lot more like, hey, like it's fucking time to go. And I like that. Like it's good.
Hey, when you said Sunday's the 9th?
This last Sunday, whatever day that was.
Yeah. I'm not a girl, but I'm thinking like you don't want your period. You don't want to be menstruating during the games, ideally.
Yeah, I think the way it lined up for me will be pretty good. Like,
yeah, do you see that and you're like, fuck yeah.
I mean,
One less thing to
I
deal
think-
with. Like as a guy, you're just like, it just sounds like work.
I mean, yeah, it's work, but I think too, like so many people use it as a crutch.
Right.
And you have to acknowledge like there are things that happen, like you don't feel good, you feel tired, but at the same time, like the difference that it might make is like 1% or like
I just meant of having to
2%.
carry the shit around the pads and put them in and take them out and like just all that shit. You know what I mean? It's like having like like I just mean that. Like it's just a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, it's annoying for sure.
You know, like you have a baby to take care of once a month.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, it's annoying, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
I like your attitude. Fuck me. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you'll deal with it. It's who you are. You're just a girl.
Yeah, I mean,
Girl shit.
I don't want to get on like birth control or anything, so rather not.
Yeah, smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Drugs are bad. Justin Collar, I can't fucking wait to unleash this monster. He means that in a nice way. Don't have your feelings hurt. He means a nice monster. You're a nice monster.
Yeah.
No, I can't relate. I didn't say I can relate. I can't relate. I can't.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Hello. Heidi says hello.
Sevan, will you be at the games?
What games?
At the CrossFit games. Are you
I
going?
haven't decided. I don't know yet. I don't know. If I do go though, I'm excited to go. You know why I don't want to go?
Why?
And I don't want to have to like. I don't want to say hi to people. I just want to like if I were to go and I see you there, can we just pretend like we've known each other a long time? Like it'd just be easy. I don't want to have like any weird, awkward interactions with anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it is easy. I don't know why it would be awkward.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I'm already making it awkward because of that.
No, it's fine.
How am I going to control my excitement when I see Colton if I go? That's what I mean.
He's a normal person like everybody else.
I know, but you have a normal dog, but when you see your dog, you're excited.
Well, you can be excited. People like
Yeah.
that. Like it's like an honor if people are like, wow, like I'm so excited to meet you. Like that's a cool feeling. And if people are too up on their high horse to like acknowledge that and they're like, oh, like I'm too cool for you, like then that's stupid and that's on them.
Yeah. Okay. I have to find a happy medium. Dick Butter, Sevi, I promise I won't say hi to you. What do you even look like? If I just see a stick of butter coming at me that's carved out like a cock, I say,
Oh my
oh, look,
God.
Mike Halpin, you'll see eye to eye with Colton. Thank you. So you'll go there. You don't have any apprehension about registration, like having to say hi to people and smile and like hug a bunch of people and all that. You don't have any apprehension about that?
No, I don't have beef with anybody. We're good.
Not beef, just even people you like. I mean, even people you like. You don't have like. It seems like burdensome to just to.
No, I'm a people person. I like saying, yeah. I don't like being like alone for long periods of time. I like to socialize.
You don't have social anxiety?
No.
Zero? Does Jake have any of that?
Does he have social anxiety?
Yeah.
I'd say he's grown so much. Like when we first started dating and stuff, like he could care less. He could be alone for forever working on his little vehicle or like tinkering with things. Like he could care less about having like a social life.
Yeah.
And I think for a while, like he'd be like, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know how to interact. But I think he's grown a lot in that regard.
Mason Mitchell, Sevi worried about not being able to play cool. I'm not worried about that at all. I will not be able to play cool. Oh shit, this dude's gonna hug me from behind. That's what I mean. I'm not going to the games. I'm staying home. When's the last day of training?
Justin, you watching? I don't know. Maybe he'll comment. I know that we've talked about just like tapering, but like just keeping intensity high but volume lower. To be honest, I don't know when the last day of training is.
If you show up there on the 29th, I guess the event. I'm looking. When does the event start? On Wednesday, the 2nd?
No, I thought it started on Wednesday, but now because like in the past it was like Wednesday rest day 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And I guess this year it's like just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's no rest day.
How do you know that? Where can I see that? Do we know that for sure, Kate? Oh, I saw Caleb nodding.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was in my like pre-event details or something. Like email.
I love that. Do you love
Yeah.
that?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me either way. Like, it's one of the pieces of advice I got last year, and I feel like I'm just going to carry that for the rest of the time that I do CrossFit, is like, you just can't care about the logistics because you don't have a say. Like, you just got to roll with it.
Oh, like Dallin Pepper said when they asked him, hey, how do you feel about the cuts? He's like, doesn't matter to me.
He was saying that because he's like, I'm making the cuts. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thank you. I know you were just on. I know you've been on a bunch of other shows.
No, I love it. It's always fun. Thank you for having me.
Cool. And I look forward to, if I am there, meeting you, hanging out with you.
Come say hi.
Absolutely. I'll say hi 100 times. And I mean, what about Justin Kotler? I've never met him in person. Is he friendly? Do you think, is he cool?
No,
with the camera in his face?
he's gonna bite.
Sick dickhead. Okay, that's
no. He's totally fine. Go say hi.
Okay, good. Hey, I appreciate you letting me insert into your life and enjoy your journey. It's
anytime.
fun.
I think my husband has a crush on you, so anytime. He's always so excited.
Send him over. I need people to have a crush on me.
Yeah.
All right, dear. I will talk to you soon. Say hi to the gang, and hopefully I will see you in a couple weeks.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Sevan.
All right. Peace and love.
Bye.
Bye. Good luck, Alex, says Jody Lynn. All she needed to be drinking was like some iced tea. I saw her in that top, and I thought she was like in Alabama, and it was 112 degrees. Getting that vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, God, I hate this. If you hug Sebi from behind at the games, at least give him a reach around. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thought it was going to be something.
Maybe he'll
weird.
come now.
Dude, will you say hi to the Buttery Bros? Yeah, I've actually hi to them. I used to work very closely with them. I actually have been bugging Heber and Marsden about some questions I had, some thoughts, comparing notes about camera gear. I was thinking about maybe using some
on your lens.
Yeah, that. Yes. Like, what if I were to pick up a camera again? Would I do it like this or would like this? I send Marsden and Heber. Will you give Laura Horvat a hug? The thing is with Laura, no. I will let her dictate. If I were to see Laura Horvat, I would allow her to dictate our relationship. The last time I text her, she responded, "Who's this?" That's a line from Boys in the Hood. Who dis? Sometimes I answer my phone like that.
Oof.
Who dis? Was this guy making fun of us? Do you like how I said us?
Yeah, he said that before too. He's just gonna keep commenting it until somebody recognizes.
I could ask Tia to come on. I don't think she'll. I could text Shane. Let me see what's going on with Shane. I don't even know if I have Tia's number, but I definitely don't text her. October 8th. Here, I'll ask him. Hi, Shane. Would love to have you on my podcast as a guest. Let's see how that goes. Oh, congrats on the baby. Congrats on the baby.
Important.
Should I tell him, congrats on the baby? Let me know if you have any questions. I'm the best dad alive. Peace, love, and
Send him the
humility.
link to parenting consulting, $500 this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. What if I did that?
That would be beautiful. Be your first client.
Yeah. Dickhead. Yolana Jennings, Australian $5. For Caleb's mean guy, I thought it was mean gay fund. Mean guy fund and some gas money for Sevi to get from Chicago to wherever he plans to not go next. Thank you. That's sweet. Jeremy World will be carrying a clipboard around, and anyone who wants to sign up to give me a reach around, we'll have to. And Jeremy will also be doing a free, be screening the reach arounds beforehand to make sure your hands are big enough.
Technique.
Yeah, that too. We will limit it to 10 people with right hands, 10 people with left hands, 10 men, 10 women. I don't want anyone to think that I'm homophobic or anything. We will have a special adaptive reach around line for anyone in a wheelchairs also able to join in. Okay. Heidi Kroom, Sevi, am I picking your whole family also? I have a third row. You have a third row. Where?
In your car?
Oh, no. If I were to go to Chicago, I would get I think I'm going to drive with Hiller if I were to go. If I were.
Forget
But
how
we could
close
come.
that is.
But you know what, Heidi? We should meet at if I were to go that first night, we should meet at the hotel. That's going to be like my only night where I want to see anyone or talk to anyone. I actually would like to meet you.
She's cool.
God, I say that now, and I'm going to get there and be like, fuck, why did I make plans with Heidi? Fuck.
Stress.
Yeah, stressed.
Now I got to say hi.
He did. Fraser did respond, and very pleasantly. He did actually respond. I had a shit. We texted a bunch today, actually, which was actually really cool. I enjoyed it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was watching the old behind the scenes today from like 2016.
Oh, and
I saw O'Keefe in there. He looks so much different.
should I go back and watch that to brush up on my skills?
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit, this isn't good. I will hug Sevan from the front and give him a reach around. No. That doesn't sound good. With a brown heart. Oi. Janelle Winston, man, I want to go. Why do I live in Alaska? Dude, Janelle, trust me. It's not like that. It's not.
We should all just go to Alaska.
Yeah, it's not. Don't. It's like, I don't know. Janelle, do you have a boyfriend? If you needed I seriously think the CrossFit Games would be a good place to get a boyfriend.
I feel like it's like the Olympics.
Better though, because
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like you can talk to anyone there.
Yeah,
that's the cool thing there. Like anyone in line at the bathroom, waiting to get a fucking hot dog, buying a Noble shirt. Like you can talk to anybody. There's zero assholes there, and the asshole. It's the opposite of an airplane. That's the cool thing about it. Airplane, everyone's an asshole. At the CrossFit Games, everyone's cool. Like if you were to bump into someone really hard, they'd say sorry to you. It's like that. Oh, sorry. Right? Don't you think?
Exactly. When I went in 2017, it was the same way. Everybody was super cool.
Super cool. Gabe Espy. Oh, this is a good one. I don't even know what this is going to say, but Sevi, Katrin, Hopper, Fraser, Laura Horvat, and Tommy Marquez walk into the same bar in Wisconsin. Drinks on me. Drinks on me. I will make it happen. What did Janelle say? I have a husband. Oh, okay. Then, dude, then just enjoy it from home. You're good. You're good. I don't think you're good. All right. Tomorrow, I'm trying to keep these podcasts to 45 minutes.
It's kind of a perfect time.
Yeah. Oh, is Bruce Wayne in the chat? I need to tell Bruce something. Hey, if the wrenches, if people start getting if someone gets crazy, I know we've generally never kicked anyone out of here. If someone starts getting fucking crazy, if there's a wrench who wants to kick someone out, text me or DM me and I'll tell you what you need to say to get kicked out. I don't want to say it now on the air and then someone say it just because they want to get kicked out. But if someone gets crazy, some people are getting crazy. Like you start saying dumb shit, like really dumb shit, you just toss them. I know in the past we've had like a no toss policy. But I was seeing some gross shit in there this morning.
It's bad, huh?
Dude, it's just fucking crazy. Just some desperate fucking people. Rebecca Vidison tomorrow. 7 a.m. Then Bronislaw. They call him Braun. At 7:45. And then in the evening, Christine Kohlenbrander. Oh, I'm kind of excited it's just Christine. I like the evening just with one person. I don't mean like you can say a lot of dumb shit. Like I don't care. Like flat earthers definitely warranted. No, Jeremy. No. Oh, forget it. Never mind. I'm sorry I said that. Don't kick anyone out.
Too vague.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Never mind. Don't kick anyone out. Oh no, was I out of line? I don't even know. You mean because you want to put a cigarette out on my foot? No, that's perfectly fine. You can put is what you can want to reach or give me a reach around. You can want to okay, sloppy wants to stick the finger in my butt. All that stuff's fine. It was just some fucking batshit crazy stuff. No, geez, Louise. No. Boys have penises, girls have vaginas. Yeah, crazy shit like that. Kick someone out if they get all dogmatic. Okay. It's not even that I was offended. It just becomes to and like definitely kick out all competing media. Kick out. Let's do a blackout on Chase for the game. Bill for the games.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. Bingo. I'm all for a good rousing and whatever. Short jokes, nose jokes. I suck dick jokes, all of them. But I do have a limit to if it starts getting gross or just fucking weirdo. Okay, I'll see you guys. 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. Is that the time? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even mind being pervy with the guests. Like perv out on the guests. I don't give a fuck. As long as they're of age. Yeah. And we should also have a rule like for every asshole thing you say, you have to say like 5 nice things. Sevan, your nose is huge. God, could I massage your nose for you, rub your back, clean out your boogers, and your kids are beautiful? And then it's back to another nose joke. Okay, bye. Fine.